5,000 prototypes to invent the bagless vacuum. And another 10,000 to invent the only vacuum that doesn't lose suction, thanks to patented sonic tips. Everything else is history. Search Kinetic now.
Are you a man over 40 and feeling tired, losing muscle, have less romantic drive? Then you need Ageless Male, with an ingredient clinically shown to increase free testosterone levels. Ageless Male is now available at these fine retailers.
Weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Anna, Tom, what can I help you find today?
We are repainting, but our kids are tough on walls.
I totally get it. You need Valspar. It's our best paint. And with the Valspar color guarantee, if you don't like the color, you get a new one free.
What?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Change color for free?
We've been doing that for years. Hey, Val, check it out. Hey, Val.
I see you, honey.
Hurry in now to save big on sample pints in any color. Just 99 cents each this month only. Going to the paint studio at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Shopping online is as easy as it gets. Wouldn't it be great if hiring plumbers, carpenters, and even piano tuners were just as simple? Thanks to Angie's List, now it is. Start shopping online from a list of top-rated providers.
Visit Angie'sList.com today.
Discover Card. Hey, so I'm looking at my bill and my FICO credit score is on here.
We give you your FICO score each month for free.
Awesome sauce.
Wow. The only person I know that says that is Lisa.
Julie?
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Get the IT card and see your FICO credit score.
I have a cold with terrible chest congestion. Better take something.
Theraflu Severe Cold doesn't treat chest congestion.
Really?
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Day Powder rushes relief to your worst cold symptoms plus chest congestion.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Here we go.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for it.
It makes me happy to go on the computer. I like feeling smart.
Internet Essentials from Comcast has brought low-cost internet access to over 1.4 million low-income people at home.
Internet Essentials helped me progress in my schoolwork. It helped my grades move higher.
Today, it's the largest broadband adoption program in America.
It helped me a lot.
Comcast NBC Universal, helping to bridge the digital divide.
My cholesterol is borderline. I figure I can worry about it or do something about it. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's pharmacist recommended and it's odor-free. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic.
For a cold sore, I don't use some waxy cover-up. I use Herpicin-L. It penetrates deep to treat. It soothes, moisturizes, and creates an SPF 30 barrier to protect against flare-ups caused by the sun. Herpicin-L. It does more for a cold sore.
Everything home, all in one place. Shop today's sales at Wayfair.com.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
You know, after the winter we've had, we kind of want to take a transatlantic trip.
Let's go to Europe.
Let's do it.
Oh, the weather's so much better there.
Right?
Oh, not by any stretch of the imagination. All right, so we're going to take a look, Alex, here at what's going on and what has happened for us in Europe, especially here in Italy. All
yeah,
right?
you're
There's
going,
the
wait, I'd
famous
go to
boot
Italy
shape, right?
to escape the snow,
yeah,
right?
It's a
Not
beautiful Mediterranean climate, not so much. Okay, so last Thursday we had this strong low that was sitting right over Italy, right? And you've got this counterclockwise flow around it. Actually, in essence, created lake effect snow, or in this case, Adriatic Sea snow, and may have touched off a world record for greatest 24-hour snowfall. That's a look at Capricotta, Italy. Holy cow! Look at this. These are doors here. Look how it's even drifted up in here.
All right, so we're seeing the pictures. What's the number? 100.
100 inches of snow in 24 hours. All right, the world record is 76 inches set here in the United States. There's another beautiful look. Pay attention here. I'm going to show you these awnings right here. There's the top of the doorway right there, okay? Let's advance that picture, and I'll show you what it looks like now, okay?
Wow.
I mean, right there are those awnings, right there. So
crazy amounts
up here,
of snowfall.
at least crazy amounts of snow for sure. I mean, it'll take a lot to verify this. A tiny little town, about 1,000 people. Really, only good archive records exist in the United States, Canada, and Japan. They don't really exist in Europe, but they melt it down. They take the liquid equivalent and then extrapolate how much snow that was. But we know lake effect snow here in the U.S., right? Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, we get it all the time. This is the Adriatic Sea. We got about 140 miles of fetch here off of 48-degree water. You go up to Capricotta, it's about 4,600 feet up, so you get a little bit of lift. You've got everything you need, cold air over this warm waters, and it just dumped snow on them for a long time.
And you know, amazing to look at those pictures and imagine it's not going to be easy for those folks to clear it out. You know, when we talk about Europe, a lot of travel by foot. Tiny roadways.
The snowshoeing it is what they're doing.
Yeah, they are.
You know, you take a look at something like Lake Erie. It's got a longer fetch of water here, so a place like Buffalo, we can get some pretty good snow, but usually this lake freezes up, and eventually you shut off.
For business.
But the water temperatures are very comparable to what the Adriatic Sea was. Adriatic Sea doesn't freeze over like Lake Erie does.
And we saw what happened in Buffalo over the span of a little longer, a little less snow.
There was a spot there just outside of Buffalo where we had 88 inches of snow for a 4-day period in November.
So
that was over 4 days.
Right.
This 100 inches was over 24 hours. So will this be the new record?
Big question mark, yeah.
Big question mark. For now, I say my money is still on Silver Lake. I don't know if this one's actually going to be verified or not. It's still fun to see the pictures.
And that was 6.33 feet. Yeah. We're talking about just smashing a world record.
2 feet more. Literally 2 feet more. We'll see what happens. You never know. But you take a look at a place like Boston, where it's been an epically snowy season. You know, Capricotta had about as much snow in one day as Boston's had all year long. So we don't have much to complain about when you compare the two here in Boston. But we could be looking for some more snow. You see the pattern of the lows are going to bring in some cooler air here across the Northeast. Our jet stream is going to bring up some moisture. A low may spin here off the Delmarva and then throw back enough cold air and enough moisture. We could get some snow here off and on Friday, Saturday into Sunday.
And we need that 2 inches. 2 inches exactly would give us the #1 spot in Boston. So definitely in the realm of possibility. Thank you so much, Mike. Jen, back to you.
Okay, guys. Well, it's time now for some of the most surprising weather video found across the globe. And each of them underscores why we tell you it's amazing out there. No, this is not a sandstorm on the beach. It's a water spout making its way onto land in Brazil. Look in the distance and you can see this crazy phenomenon, tossing around chairs and umbrellas like there were toys. Thankfully, according to local reports, no one was injured by the water spout. Now, closer to home, you have to see this. NECN's Josh Brigadier captured several of these pictures. They are cars that were crushed by ice in Boston. Josh says 4 cars got hit as 75 pounds of ice tumbled off the buildings on Fringe Street. It shattered the windshields, punched through the car roofs, and landed inside of at least one of these cars. They were in a parking lot, and in one of the pictures you can see that the ice still remains on the building. Now we go for a wild way. This is not Fragile. Remember that movie? Oh, that was the best movie. These are actually arrays all made out of cardboard up in the Poconos. Oh, that one didn't make it. Bummer.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tonight, winter weather leaving its mark across the nation. Thousands of potholes are popping up across the Northeast. We'll tell you why that problem is only just beginning. Rivers are rising across the Ohio Valley with snow beginning to melt along with plenty of rain. And could Boston set their all-time snow record this weekend? All that and much more as Weather Center Live starts right now. And thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Kim Cunningham. Good evening, everyone. Let's start with who's seeing some active weather right now. Dallas. It's been raining most of the day today. We've been watching the clouds and the low visibilities and just a miserable day today. We're going to see more of that. We've got a lot of rain actually in the forecast for the southeast over the next coming days. So let's talk about the rounds of rain we're going to see. And I know you were all treated some beautiful weather over the weekend, but now the rain is here and the clouds here as well. So we've got all this rain coming in the radar right now, showing a lot of rain in eastern Texas. We have flash flood watches in effect. And some areas have picked up 1 to 2 inches of rain already. So where you see the green, even Alexandria here in Louisiana, that's where we could see some flash flooding. Now, we do have heavy rain coming down from Houston all the way up towards the eastern sides of Dallas. Light rain being reported there right now. Shreveport, heavier rains coming in. Where you see the yellows, that's where we're going to have some of the heavier rain moving through. So a closer look right here in the Piney Woods. If you're traveling 45 out of Dallas heading towards Houston, give it about 2 hours, and I think you'll be doing much better. A lot of this is eventually heading off to the east and northeast. So the southeast also getting some rainfall. Now we're seeing it here coming into parts of Mississippi, Birmingham over towards Atlanta. Clouds are lowering, and we're getting a little bit of light rain in the area. Those of you who have soccer practice tonight, make it called because this light rain is coming through right now, and some heavier rains maybe up here into Tennessee. So tomorrow, rain and thunderstorms. It all moves east, but this is not the end of it. It'll be with us into Wednesday as well. Atlanta again. And think about maybe airport delays. You know, some of these thunderstorms could cause some delays or rerouting. Atlanta, some more storms on Thursday as well. So we're going to warm up, but we're also going to bring the rain in this week. And check this out. Scatterstorms into Friday. So a whole week's worth of rain for some of you. Alex?
Well, you know, snow melting in the Midwest, it is causing flooding in Louisville, and it's expecting to get worse when rain moves into the area tomorrow. Our Kate Parker is there in Louisville and has this report.
So yeah, I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky. I want to show you where the river should be. See the bell of Louisville back there? That's the edge of the Ohio River. We've got a paddle boat, we've got historical markers, we've got branches coming by, we've got ducks, but this should be a road. Where I'm walking right now, this should be road. This should not be water. So we have surpassed the flood stage here. That happens at 23 feet. We're over a foot above that. You can see how much water that means coming up along River Road, coming up 4th Street. So that is what we are looking at today. However, tomorrow, the plot thickens. 26.2 feet is where we're going to crest tomorrow morning. That is over 3 feet above the flood stage. And you are going to see some more roads in and around Louisville flood. Now, all this water has to come from somewhere, right? You're saying, hey, well, it hasn't rained here in a while. Well, you did get a foot of snow from Winter Storm Thor. All that melting, going into the streams, going into the river, going downstream, that's what's contributing to the flooding. And it's not just here in Kentucky. You go up through Indiana, you get the snow melt. This river actually originates all the way back in Pennsylvania. So this water that you're seeing right here in the roads of Louisville, some of this came from snow melt in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How about that? Back to you guys.
All right, thanks so much, Kate. Well, right now there are flood advisories from Indiana all the way down to Louisiana. For more of that, we want to head to Mike Bettis, who is in the lab. Mike?
All right, good afternoon to you, Alex, and hi, everyone. Definitely following a couple different stories in relation to what we're seeing as far as flooding goes. Our temperatures have warmed up dramatically in the past couple of days, ever since we got our big snow last week, and that's aided to some rapid snow melt, and now we're looking at some rain coming into that equation, so we've got a kind of a double whammy for us here that really could aid to our saturated ground and rising rivers. So take a look at some of the temperatures that we'll be dealing with for the remainder of the week, including a 60 in Louisville by Friday, 62 in Nashville, be 65 in Little Rock, and 64 degrees for us in Birmingham. So all the way through the week, these are the kind of numbers that you'll be anticipating here. But now I'll throw in another caveat, including a pretty strong jet stream. We're going to be looking at basically a very big ridge that's built off the west coast, digs deep, and then throws a lot of moisture for us here across the south. This is truly the trajectory of everything. That's kind of at the mid and upper levels. At the lower levels, we're tapping into more Gulf moisture here and a convergence in this general area from the deep south all the way through the mid-south and then the southern reaches of the Ohio Valley. So a lot in play here. There's a look at the 500 millibar jet stream, and it's lining up right in there, the strongest of the jet. That's where we anticipate some stronger weather later on tonight and tomorrow, and maybe a funneling, real channeling, if you will, of the rain in that concentrated area right there. There's a look at our flow. Again, the moist flow coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. We're just tapping into that water source and just transporting it right onto land. Our lows then, with the rotation around, just bring everything in. Any moisture that kind of flows up and over that warm front will end up becoming some showers. So we'll be watching for a lot of that rain to come in, potentially over a little bit of snowpack, although Louisville, we pretty much deteriorated most of our snowpack, but some heavy rain across the south. May even see some embedded thunderstorms over the next couple of days, and the possibilities of flooding, although we do tend to drain our soil much better in this part of the world, more of a sandy soil, and the runoff isn't nearly as bad. Late in the week, that moist flow still stays with us, so we're talking Monday, probably all the way through Friday, if not beyond. We see this pattern. If it's not raining on you, it is cloudy, and your sunshine will be at a premium this week. Here's a look at our future radar, and you can see we were talking about the funneling of moisture right up in that concentrated zone, goes all the way up to the mid-state of Tennessee, right into the Ohio Valley, and then into the mid-Atlantic. That's through Wednesday. Watch it go through Thursday here. Still concentrated moisture across much of the south, and it'll last probably off and on through the weekend. Don't really need any more rain, but there's the forecast in some isolated locations, 2 to 3, and maybe an isolated spot there you get a little bit more than 3. So we'll talk more about this still to come and see some of the areas that are really getting hit hard this evening for your drive home. That's coming up in just a little bit, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. Well, you know, melting snow and ice is an issue in Boston tonight.
Yeah, an estimated 75 pounds of ice fell off a building and onto 4 cars in the parking lot. Look at that. I mean, those ice boulders, they actually fell from 4 stories. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but wow.
Wow. And so just how many more headaches can we expect from this early spring thaw?
Yeah, we're looking at above average temperatures for a good portion of the country. Could we see more flooding? We've got the details for the Midwest. That's all after the break.
This program brought to you by Brother. Brother at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
Sometimes bigger is better. But other times, bigger just gets in the way. At Brother, we know the biggest printer isn't always the best fit for every office. So we've come up with a bigger idea. Don't supersize, optimize. See how we can help you put the right printers in all the right places and help reduce your costs. Now that's big. Brother, at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
Apples are good. A Strongbow hard cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse? The bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
Hey, buddy, you're squashing me. Liquid wart remover could take weeks to treat.
Embarrassing wart? Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away wipes them out fast with as few as 1 treatment.
Freeze Away!
Dr. Scholl's, the #1 selling freeze brand.
Remember when you said men are superior drivers?
Yeah?
Yeah. Then how'd I get this
Allstate Safe Driving bonus check?
Who's that?
So weird, right? My agent Tom said
Only Allstate sends you a bonus check for every 6 months you're accident-free.
but I'm a woman. Maybe it's a misprint. Does it look like a misprint?
Okay, let's try. Silence. Ask an Allstate agent about the safe driving bonus check. Are you in good hands?
The English crown has been protected for thousands of years.
I'm asking Parliament to abolish the monarchy.
What does that mean, exactly?
We are not a normal family.
The Royals, Sunday at 10, only on E!
Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy sky. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight, wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Every truck can tow a boat. Every truck can climb a hill. Every truck can haul a trailer. But not everyone can say they're the fastest growing truck brand in America. Guts, glory, Ram.
Whatever their stickers say, they'll all lose suction because their filters clog. But with our sonic tips oscillating at 5,000 Hertz, only new Dyson Kinetic Science won't lose suction.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Looking live now at Minneapolis, Minnesota. 57 degrees for you right now. The warmest we have been in months right now. And we've got a gorgeous day that's ahead for us tomorrow for the Twin Cities. There's the potential we could be talking about record high temperatures tomorrow. Sunny out there for you. And then we'll see those high temps get into the low 60s. Now, average for us here in Minneapolis. Temperatures here for us should be in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. So nice warmth expected here for us in the upper Midwest. We've got sort of this big thaw taking place this week. Here we are with those potential records, and we mentioned Minneapolis, 61 we're forecasting. The record is 59, and that was set all the way back in 1878. Incredible. St. Cloud, another spot. Fargo and Grand Forks, all locations that could see some record temperatures. Here we are right now, a lot of 50s and 60s. You head a little bit farther east, you run into some 40s, Detroit over towards the Cleveland area, but again, still mild compared to what we have seen, it seems like, for several weeks. All this warmth that we've been dealing with here in the western half of the country, well, we see that spreading a little bit farther east. So we'll notice here all these areas, high temperatures will be a good 10 to even 25 degrees above average. So that puts you tomorrow here near 70 in Kansas City, 60 showing up in St. Louis, heading into the midweek on your Wednesday. Again, there are widespread 70s across the Central Plains and continuing to enjoy those 50s and warming numbers in places like Chicago. Kim?
Well, you know, warmer temperatures are just one factor that can contribute to snowmelt during this time of the year. Let's check out some of the other ones, because sometimes we may not be looking at temperatures that are really warm, but we've got other things going on that will help melt the snow. Of course, old snow that's been sitting around for a while, like in New England. that old snow absorbs more of the sun's radiation, so that's going to help to melt it. Plus, of course, if you get rain to move in, dew points that are above freezing, that will lead to condensation, and that is a heating. That's a heating process. So that warms it up, begins to melt it. And then wind causing sublimation. That just means the snow actually transitions directly into water vapor. So windy conditions, rainy conditions, the sun all working together to help melt that snow, even though we may not see temperatures very warm. So this time of the year, it's easy to do. Back to you, Alex.
All right, thank you so much, Kim. Let's take the trip through the next 7 days and show you how things will be faring for us across the entire nation. And notice here for tomorrow, more of that rain spreading now a little bit farther on off towards the north and the east. And this is one of the concerns in some of these areas that have been dealing with all that snow and still have some snow out there. Now we're bringing in some of that liquid rain, warming temperatures as well, all of that combining, and that snow is going to be melting and leading to some problems for some of these areas. Those rivers starting to rise. Western half of the country, very quiet tomorrow, 62 in Seattle. Nice. Wednesday rolls around, not so nice. Now we're bringing in the next system, and that'll spread some showers in mid-50s there, even down into parts of California. Northern Cal could see a bit of rain, and we're still fighting our showers here in parts of the southeast. 76 Atlanta. That's a nice temperature. Unfortunately, gray skies, and we'll be in and out of some rain. 56 showing up in Minneapolis for the mid part of the week. Once we move to Thursday, pretty quiet in the northeast. Not too bad in New York City, near 50 degrees, but it's another day where we'll still be dealing with the rain showers, maybe even a rumble or two of thunder across portions of the deep south. Great Lakes enjoying some great weather from Detroit towards the Cleveland area. Even into Friday, most of those areas will stay dry. But again, Ohio Valley into the south, it's another wet day. So you get the picture. Soggy times ahead for us in the southeast. West Coast is looking good. 85 shows up in Los Angeles, so a nice warm day for you to end off the week. Then we'll head into the weekend, spreading some moisture now up into the northeast. And it may be chilly enough that we see some wintry weather there. Potential now in places like Boston to maybe get that snowiest season on record. We'll see. This weekend may be our best bet here, at least in the next week or so. Monday, things dry out now in the northeast. We see just a few showers in South Texas and then right along the U.S.-Canadian border. Kim?
Well, shifting patterns could mean more ice and snow for you in the Northeast, and we have a guy who knows a thing or two about it. Winter weather expert Tom Nizzle is up next with all the details to keep you ahead of another round of wintry weather.
Your eyes really are unique.
In fact, they depend on a unique set of nutrients. That's why there's Ocuvite to help protect your eye health.
As you age, your eyes can lose vital nutrients. Ocuvite helps replenish key eye nutrients. Ocuvite is a vitamin made just for your eyes from the eye care experts at Bausch & Lomb. Ocuvite has a unique formula that's just not found in any leading multivitamin.
Your eyes are unique.
So help protect your eye health with Ocuvite.
Hey, pal. You ready? Can you pick me up at 6:30?
I'm here.
Too late.
I'll go for 5 minutes. Move it. Killing me. You know what, Dad? I'm good.
It may be quite a while before he's ready, but our Subaru Legacy will be waiting for him.
The longest-lasting midsize sedan in its class, the 2015 Subaru Legacy. It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
I'll ride the highway. I'm going my way. I leave a story untold.
You just keep sending more pictures.
If you're a free-range chicken, you roam free. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
So you think all auto glass companies are the same? Well, they're not. When your windshield needs to be replaced, nobody makes it as worry-free as Safelite. First, Safelite emails a photo of the technician, so you know who to expect and how soon.
Right on time.
Safelite's one-of-a-kind True Seal technology places a new glass in perfect position for a strong, reliable bond you can trust.
Oh, that looks great.
You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Schedule now to get the Safelite Advantage.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
You know you're going to go out in bad weather.
We're willing to take a lot of risk.
He has no heartbeat, he's got no pulse.
These people are counting on us.
It makes me happy to go on the computer. I like feeling smart.
Internet Essentials from Comcast has brought low-cost internet access to over 1.4 million low-income people at home.
Internet Essentials helped me progress in my schoolwork. It helped my grades move higher.
Today, it's the largest broadband adoption program in America.
It helped me a lot.
Comcast NBC Universal, helping to bridge the digital divide.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
please call 1-855-305-2053 now.
You have 2 hands, but you have a whole lot of bristles.
Call 1-800-582-1681. The wildest weather ever caught on camera.
Oh my God!
Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, it's March and it's spring break time. And for those of you who have bolted town for the week, I hope you're enjoying it. This was the scene earlier today on the beach at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Gorgeous week ahead there. Highs in the low 80s. Now, winds will be a factor. However, gusts this week up to about 25 miles per hour. So be careful if you do go into the water. Looks good. So all across South Florida, some beautiful weather. We'll get a chance of a thunderstorm here in Miami. 82 on Tuesday. Wednesday, gorgeous, plenty of sunshine. You have to wear your sunscreen. Don't forget that. Thursday, 84 degrees with thunderstorms in the area. Spotty. So not everywhere we'll see thunderstorms. And then Friday and Saturday looks absolutely delightful. Enjoy your time at South Beach. It's going to be beautiful. Lincoln Road Mall. You know, if it does rain, get some storms, place great to shop. Panama City, Florida, we're looking at thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hit and miss during the afternoon especially. If you want to do some beach time, do it in the morning. That is, if you're awake in the morning. Alex.
All right, well, I'll tell you, spring, it may have sprung for some, but the Northeast could see another round of snow, and with it, colder temperatures later this week. Winter weather expert Tom Nizzle has the details.
Well, going through the rest of the week here, we're going to see relatively mild conditions across the Northeast, but getting into the weekend, the potential for some more wintry weather. Let's take a look at a place like Boston for that parade Sunday morning. You could have some snow in there with temperatures topping out around 39 degrees. And this is all due to a setup in the atmosphere with the jet stream. Now, early in the week here, the jet stream is going to be running from west to east. That keeps all the cold air locked up in Canada. But as we run through the weekend, in toward the weekend, we'll see a big slug of moisture coming in across the southeastern United States, and we've got a bit of energy coming out of central Canada. Those two are going to meet across New England, and as they do, there will be enough cold air in place that by that Saturday through Sunday time frame, we are going to see some wintry precipitation set up across the region. And in fact, into next week, the pattern sets up here to produce a ridge in the western U.S. and a trough in the eastern U.S., which will bring cooler than normal conditions for this time of the year across the area. There is our outlook. This is actually going going into next week, into the 8 to 14-day period, and that is a forecast for better than normal chances or equal chances for colder weather in the Northeast. So how does this play out as we get into the weekend? There is a cold air that is locked in across New England, and moisture coming out of the Gulf now is going to meet up with that cold air. And right across interior New England in particular, I'm concerned in the Saturday through Saturday night into Sunday time frame that we are likely going to see a setup for some wintry precipitation. So here's how it plays out Friday night. You can see the leading edge of the snow working its way into New England here. Behind that, where the warmer air is located, it will be an all-rain event. As we get into Saturday, some wintry mix with possibly freezing precipitation in the morning in places like southern New York, northeastern Pennsylvania. Interior New England likely going to see a few inches of snow. And then into that Saturday night and Sunday time frame, a wintry mix changing over to snow in the Boston area. So, you know, you don't have too far to go for a record here, Boston. Your temperatures, as we get Saturday into Sunday, will go from this wintry mix here into a rain and snow mix going into the wee hours of Sunday morning. And in fact, all we need are 2 inches of snow here to set that record. So will we make it during the parade? It'd be an interesting way to celebrate the St. Paddy's Day parade on Sunday. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated throughout the week. I'll send it back to you.
Sure would. Thanks so much, Tom. Now we're going to turn our focus back to the southeast, where flooding remains the major concern as afternoon turns into evening.
Yeah, some of these images from Owensboro, Kentucky. Risky waters. They remain on the rise there, and we've got ahead a look at the most dangerous flood threats.
Turn the land you own into the land you love with a Mahindra tractor. Proudly assembled right here in America. The people who stand behind your Mahindra are your friends and neighbors and a part of your community. So you can thank Dexter, Reuben, and Myra for the homegrown quality of your Mahindra.
The world's #1 selling tractor. Visit MahindraUSA.com.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick. Oh, got it.
Encore, the expectation-shattering crossover from Buick.
Wow.
Lease this 2015 Encore with these premium services for 24 months for around $199 per month.
When the moment's spontaneous, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and the free 30-tablet trial.
The termite swarm has come, but they're flying to their doom. Enter the legions of Terminix, 8,000 strong, backed by 85 years of experience and the strongest guarantee in the business. The swarm came and was met with the might of Terminix Nation and all the men and women who stand with us, whose homes will never be surrendered. Sorry, termites. We've got a little swarm of our own, and we have one message for you. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
What's this? A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better. Want to see? Yeah. Cool. What else you got?
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn out batteries and making them into something strong. New Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
It's back. Olive Garden's buy one, take one, starting at $12.99. Choose from a variety of entrees like new citrus chicken Sorrento and take home another free. It's double the delicious. Buy one, take one, starting at $12.99 at Olive Garden.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind.
I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When you go out there, it's dangerous.
All the water is coming from upstream down. Everything's melting and coming down toward us, so it's going to get probably bad. They're saying 25 feet. That's bad.
Well, the Ohio River is rising and is set to crest tomorrow at over 26 feet. The rising waters due to the melting of snow in that region, and minor flooding is expected along with the river rise. Thanks for staying with us right here on Weather Center Live. Good evening, everyone. There are other areas, though, that we're keeping an eye on for the potential of flooding as well.
In fact, take a look at some of the areas that we are concerned with. We've got those areas that are shaded. Yeah, those are some of the spots that are at risk for flooding through the week because of excessive rain and a bit of snow melt. And then we've got some flash flood advisories and even some watches taking place there in Texas. Already today, Kim, numerous locations that have set some daily record rainfall.
Yeah, close to up to 2 inches in some areas. So let's get you out and onto the ground and into the water in one spot already seeing flooding, and that's Louisville, Kentucky.
Now, sitting along the Ohio River, there are already some minor issues. Meteorologist Kate Parker has it firsthand look.
Yeah, the Ohio River coming up into streets. Now, this should be a street. I should be walking down the road, down to that stop sign where you can get up onto I-64 right above me. That's not the case anymore. That's not what we're seeing right now. Obviously, the Ohio River has come into the streets here in Louisville, Kentucky. Look at what else it's bringing with it. A lot of debris. We're seeing a lot of this coming from upstream, a lot of driftwood here. And this is all because this is snow melt that's causing all this. This water that you're seeing is all melting upstream, causing flood warnings up and down the Ohio. So starting in Pittsburgh, where this river begins, comes all the way downstream, and it's actually moving pretty quickly, carrying a lot of that with it. So what we're going to see happen is this water continue to rise. It's already over a foot above flood stage. That's 23 feet is flood stage. We're going to crest tomorrow morning at 26.2 feet. The last time that happened was in 2008. We're going to give you some perspective on that. 26.2 feet happened in 2008. What's going to happen is water is going to continue to come up here, but they already have floodgates in place. This is an area that commonly floods whenever you get right at that 23, 24 foot mark. You get to 26, you're going to notice it coming up in your streets a little higher. We're going to flood a few more streets here in Louisville, but this is minor flood damage. It's not major flood damage that we're looking at and concerned with here. Regardless, it's the snow. It's the snow that's melting. This epic winter. Winter Storm Thor is what is contributing to what you see right here in the roads of Louisville right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kate. Well, more flooding issues. Highway 52 in Lee County, Kentucky, is closed indefinitely near St. Helens. This bridge giving way due to the high water damage. The 90-year-old bridge, which is located about 2 hours southeast of Louisville, was already in need of repairs when it gave way over the weekend. We want to get expert analysis now for the flood threat for the Ohio Valley. For that, we go to the lab with meteorologist Mike Bettis. Good evening, Mike.
Hi, good evening to you, Kim. We definitely have some concerns here from, say, the Ohio River all the way down to the Gulf Coast with a pretty ample fetch of moisture here coming off the Pacific as well as the Gulf of Mexico, and it may stay here for a couple of days. We do already have flash flood watches here across portions of East Texas. Does include Houston, up toward College Station, Tyler, and Alexandria, Louisiana. Been really coming down for us in some areas here, but not at a rate we don't think heavy enough that we got any huge concerns just yet. I think slow enough not to cause significant flooding, but you may have a little bit of water in your basement, or you may have maybe some of those typical low water crossings. You may have some water there. All right, so we've got some flow that's really hitting us now, coming out of the Pacific, low level moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. What's it look like for us down here in East Texas? It is raining to beat the band. We even have the lightning, by the way, with the upper level low here back across the New Mexico area. We got a cold core low up above there. We got good instability and hence the taller thunderstorms. Notice here we've also got some embedded pockets here. We've got heavier rain highlighted in yellow and in orange. Houston still raining for us, hitting you at rush hour this evening, headed up toward, say, Huntsville, maybe down toward Galveston. It is nothing but rain for you right now. In College Station, we've had big rain today. In fact, we've had record-setting rain. Look at what's happening here at Kyle Field. This is where they're doing renovations on the stadium there at Texas A&M. It is a giant mud pit right now. No one working on it at this point. In fact, we picked up over 3 inches of rain, 3.09 exactly in the rain gauge, breaking our previous daily record of 1.73. We set that back more than 100 years ago. Let's head a little bit farther north here outside of Dallas over towards, say, Tyler and Texarkana on I-20 and I-30. Tough go for you right now, and heavier rain will roll its way up toward Paris and McAllister. Over toward New Orleans, the heaviest rain has been off to our east around Biloxi. We have showers and storms rolling right on shore now, and Hattiesburg will be in and out of the rain all night long. In fact, we may be in this for a couple of days. Here's a look at the available moisture in the atmosphere. This takes a look at what's known as precipitable water. So we can model this through the atmosphere, and over the next several days, just focus on those oranges and those yellows. Where those are located is where we'll have likely the heaviest rain. Everything coming out of the Gulf of Mexico nailing us here, generally across the southeast, all the way through the Tennessee River Valley. And notice here, we've got some rain right along, say, Paducah. That could be an issue for us in Louisville, where Kate was reporting from. We already had high water, so adding water on top of what's already a flooding situation will not be a good thing. Here's a look at our forecast through Thursday. Does include some pockets here, 2 to 3 inches of rain. That will include the mid-state of Tennessee, headed back down through, say, portions of Alabama, down through Mississippi, and then all the way down through Louisiana as well. It looks like probably the heaviest of rain will begin to move out of Texas. Today was your day to get it, then everything's shifting eastbound as we go through the week. But if it's not raining on you, it's certainly going to be cloudy. And our forecast, I got to tell you, as far as the snow goes, if you're into a fan of spring, this is your week, because we're getting rid of the snow. So warm and so rainy, Alex, no chance we're going to get any more snow here across the south.
All right, Mike, but a little bit farther north, maybe a different story. We look live over Boston, so close, yet so far from that record for the snowiest season. You are just 2 inches shy after getting hammered by winter storm after winter storm. Could we see that record broken this weekend? Well, let's talk about the potential for that occurring out there as winter sort of returns to us here in the Northeast. Now, here's the setup and what we're dealing with right now. And we still have a lot of snow because of all those winter storms that impacted us. Those areas that you see shaded in the pink, we're talking still on the ground, 2 feet or more of snow out there. Now, as we head to this weekend, there's our jet stream taking a little bit of a dip here for you around the Great Lakes and into the Northeast as well. And that's going to mean colder air will be allowed to seep its way on in. At the same time, the southern branch of the jet stream, that'll be providing us with a bit of moisture moving northward. So you get that moisture moving into that colder air, and that could set the stage for some wintry weather here again as we head into our weekend. So we'll be watching it very, very closely. Friday night here for us, we start to see it beginning. Bit of a freezing rain, wintry mix starting to get going northeastern PA into southern New York. Then that shifts its way a little bit farther north. There's Boston right on that edge of the wintry mix. Continuing into Saturday night, looks like a good chunk of Maine. It'll be snow back through the interior Northeast. we start to switch that over, that wintry mix, to mostly snow, at least by the time we get to our Sunday. So as we take you to Boston, again, just 2 inches away from eclipsing that #1, which was set back in 1995-96, that winter. And there's the potential. Saturday, more of a rain and snow mix. Saturday night rain, but then Sunday, we may be talking about some snow. Crossing fingers. I mean, we've seen so much snow. Let's just break the record, Kim.
I agree. I'm sure a lot of people do too. I mean, you've gotten this far, right? Well, the quick warmth provided actually some interesting results in the Northeast. Take a look at this pipe in Philadelphia. The ice melting. The ice is melting from the inside towards the outside. And as you can see, the water is running down the pipe within the ice casing. It's the sort of thing you get when you go from a low of 0 on Saturday to highs in the 50s on Monday. Ice melt, erosion, and the resulting potholes can cause any driver to lose their cool ahead. Isn't it nice to know you're not alone?
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sometimes, bigger is better. But other times, bigger just gets in the way. At Brother, we know the biggest printer isn't always the best fit for every office. So we've come up with a bigger idea. Don't supersize, optimize. See how we can help you put the right printers in all the right places and help reduce your costs. Now that's big. Brother, at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
It took James Dyson 5,000 prototypes to invent the bagless vacuum, and another 10,000 to invent the only vacuum that doesn't lose suction, thanks to patented sonic tips. Everything else is history. Search Kinetic now.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
良質熟練の技革新1000年の歴史を持つ文化が最先端の製造技術を使うと待てよあれこれってクライスラー
Reliability is now an American thing. Introducing the all-new Chrysler 200. America's import. Find it at Chrysler.com.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call
now during this special direct-to-consumer offer, and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value, free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-730-7432. That's 1-800-730-7432. Order now.
Welcome back, everyone, to Weather Center Live as we take a look at what's topping weather headlines tonight. A fisherman in Utah made an alarming discovery this weekend. He spotted this red car that had crashed into the river. Now, the female driver inside was dead, but her child was still alive. The 18-month-old girl named Lily was rushed to a hospital where she's still in stable condition. Now, officials say she was upside down, strapped in her car seat for 14 hours. Incredible. And from Washington, D.C. to Boston, the winter weather impact continues. The big problem right now, potholes. And in Boston, as the over 8 feet of snow ping-pongs between melting and freezing, more potholes, well, they're bound to pop up. And in Philadelphia, crews have filled in over 3,200 potholes since the beginning of the year, using more than 800 tons of filler.
I'm a little upset because I'm trying to go home to my family, then I got to spend an hour to fix my tire, you know.
It was just last second. There's a whole strip in there. It's just pothole after pothole. The roads are really bad.
And it doesn't take much for potholes to form, and they can become a real pain in the butt. That is for sure, right? This is the time of year that they really start to form.
Yeah, it all starts when the temperatures, they change back and forth from above and below freezing. Meteorologist Mark Elliott has more.
Potholes can be more than just pesky. See, if they get big enough, they can pop your tire or even knock your car out of alignment. But did you know that they all start because of the weather? Yeah, let me show you how this works. And it's all about the road that you're driving down. And the pavement on that road is only the top layer. Underneath the pavement that you're used to is a base layer of gravel and then the rest of the soil underneath. When water seeps through those cracks in the pavement, like after a rain, it gets all the way down into the base layer. And when it is cold enough, that water can freeze. Now, when water freezes, it expands, and it can actually expand with such force that it moves some of that gravel and that base layer away, creating a hole underneath the pavement. And then it's all about your car. See, cars are very heavy, and when they drive over that weakened area, they can push right through the pavement zone, creating the pothole, which will only get bigger from there as more and more cars drive over it. So when you're driving, especially during the spring thaw, watch out for those potholes.
All right, great explainer. Thanks so much. Let's talk about the temperatures we'll be seeing across the Northeast. A little milder than you've experienced in recent weeks. We're looking live right now in D.C., Philadelphia, and New York. And notice all beautiful, beautiful skylines right now. So looking good right now. Plenty of sunshine today and staying lighter a little bit longer here this evening so you can enjoy the sunset a little bit longer. Let's talk about the thaw this week, where we're going to see temperatures above average for some of us over the next couple of days. We're in the 50s right now in New York City, 46 in Boston, D.C. 58 degrees. Interior sections a little bit cooler. We're in the 30s in Buffalo. And we're watching our jet stream. This is key to whether or not we're going to warm up a lot or not. When we're north of the jet stream, typically we're in the cooler air. South of the jet stream or around it, we are warmer. So across the south, enjoy the warmer conditions. Around the jet stream and north of it, yes, we're going to see temperatures a little bit warmer. Not as much as our neighbors to the south, though. But we're going to see 5 to 10 degrees above the average for this area. And that's going to really work on some of that snow. So 23 in Binghamton, that's the forecast. That's a degree above the average. 34 in New York, that's right at average. Boston, 31, 2 degrees above the average. But watch these temperatures. We're going to get back now to the 40s in Boston. Boy, what a mess that's going to be. 47 in New York, 53 in D.C. So much warmer here as we get into tomorrow. So enjoy this nice weather. Wednesday's highs will be in the 50s as well. It's going to feel like summer, probably. It's all relative, right? 63 in D.C., Buffalo up to 40 degrees. So all of this area where there's so much snowpack, we're really going to start to work on that snow over the next couple of days. So New York, how typical is it for this time of the year to see temperatures like this? Well, our average high is 47 degrees. We're going to see that off and on through the week, but Wednesday's our big winner with 57. And again, it's going to feel really good, I know it. And in Boston, 43 is our average high. We'll see 51 on Wednesday, then we'll flirt with it all the way through the rest of the week. But above freezing, though, that's key. Alex?
Well, still ahead, the Northeast could see another round of snow in the coming days. Will you need the shovel again? Well, after the break, we'll head into the lab for all the specifics with storm specialist Carl Parker. But for now, we're looking good. Here's a shot at Philadelphia. Sun beginning to set out there for you. All thanks to that springing ahead. We get to enjoy a little extra daylight.
Lily, she pretty much lives in her favorite princess dress. But once a week, I let her play sheriff so I can wash it. I use Tide to get out those week-old stains and Downy to get it fresh and soft.
You are free to go.
Tide and Downy together.
Apples are good. As Strongbow hard cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse? The bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
You don't know your credit
I don't know my credit score.
That's really important. I mean,
I don't know my
Don't
credit
you want to
score.
buy a house, like, ever? You should probably check out Credit Karma. It's free.
Credit Karma. Free.
Credit Karma. Really free credit scores.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome to our sales event.
Thanks, Jan.
You're the best, Jan. Oh!
Nice.
0% APR financing on select models. Up top, you're welcome. And that's my typical day. You're up.
You wanna?
Nope.
At our One for Everyone sales event, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a 2015 Prius. Offer ends March 31st. For great deals on other Toyotas, visit Toyota.com.
This is out of this world.
You bet your asteroid.
Toyota, let's go places.
Yeah, girl. You know, I've been thinking about us. And, I just can't fight it anymore. It's bundle time. Feel those savings, baby.
And that's how a home and auto bundle is made. Better he learns it here than on the streets.
The miracle of bundling. Now that's progressive.
Most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste as much energy as leaving a window open in your home all year long. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION. When you buy 2 rooms of windows, you'll get the 3rd room free. Call today because every home needs a champion.
All right, so this Tylenol arthritis lasts 8 hours, but Aleve can last 12 hours. And Aleve is proven to work better on pain than Tylenol arthritis. So why am I still thinking about this?
How are you?
Get Aleve, proven better on pain.
Need new tires? Right now at Pep Boys, when you buy 3 Falcon, Cooper, or Hankook tires, you get the 4th tire free instantly. Plus, get special financing for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more on your Pep Boys credit card. Trust the boys to get you there.
At Ancestry, we call it a hint. Simply type in a name and follow the Ancestry leaf far into your family's past. A past filled with stories that intrigue and inspire. And in doing so, reveal the one unique, improbable, and completely remarkable path that led to.
It makes me happy to go on the computer. I like feeling smart.
Internet Essentials from Comcast has brought low-cost internet access to over 1.4 million low-income people at home.
Internet Essentials helped me progress in my schoolwork. It helped my grades move higher.
Today, it's the largest broadband adoption program in America.
It helped me a lot.
Comcast NBC Universal, helping to bridge the digital divide.
If you're not happy with how your allergy medicine treats your congestion, rethink relief with Nasacort Allergy 24-Hour. Unlike antihistamines that target only one cause of your symptoms, Nasacort stops more, relieving the worst nasal allergy symptoms, even congestion, for 24 hours. It's non-addictive and has no harsh taste, and unlike Flonase, it's scent and alcohol-free. And it's available over the counter at full prescription strength. Rethink your relief with Nasacort. It stops more of what makes you miserable.
The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
This March, one man's trash did the work is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back, everyone. Check this out. Some amazing pictures from the International Space Station. Astronaut Butch Wilmore took this Vine video of the aurora over the snow-covered Earth, and wow, just looks cold, doesn't it? And speaking of cold, look at that beautiful green of the aurora. Just how pretty is that? Nice. That is nice. All right, guys, time now for our winter weather update. And, you know, we talk about U.S. records all the time, but we don't mention world records too often. But no. This one is pretty fascinating, Mike.
It really is. So we go over to Italy, potentially, for this one. Just got the report today that Capricorn, Italy, which is kind of near the Adriatic Sea, picked up 100 inches of snow in one day. Okay, now the current world record is actually held here in the United States at Silver Lake, Colorado. We picked up 76 inches or 6 1/3 feet of snow. I mean, we're talking 100 inches of snow is like somewhere up here, right? That's a little tiny town of about 1,000 people, and that's what it looks like.
Wow.
So you imagine these little narrow cobblestone streets, Kim. Look at this big heavy machinery here.
Yeah.
I mean, look how high that snow is.
Right.
Right there, but look where he's blowing it.
Yeah, to the roofs.
On the roofs, on the roofs of buildings here.
That's crazy.
So I'm not sure if they have a concern for roof collapses or not, but here's another view, okay? This is going into Capricorn here. This is what it looks like on a nice summer day, right? How about what it looks like now?
Oh, geez.
Same sign. Huh?
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look how high that snow is.
You know, Mike,
and actually, this is over the roofs of cars here. This is higher than the roofs of cars here.
Until you showed me that picture and just showed me the, the buildings in between, I thought, well, maybe some of that snow was funneled in there, and some drifts through there.
I'm not sure.
But this is out in the open.
This is pretty much cut out now.
This is open, so I could see how they could say that was that much snow.
We're not exactly sure where they measured it, but how they got it, we know.
Yes.
We had a big upper low. This was last Thursday. We had a low that was spinning here, and basically we got, in essence, what amounted to Adriatic Sea effect snow.
Okay.
So it's basically like how we get lake effect snow here in the U.S. There's Capricorn right there. We got a decent fetch here of about 140 miles of water, where the temperature here was about 48 degrees or so, so it was not frozen whatsoever. And then you had some of that rise up to the mountains here. Capricorn sits at about 4,600 feet, so you had some elevation change. You got a lot cooler. It really worked in their favor here, very much like the Tug Hill Plateau.
That's right.
Off of Lake Ontario. But I think fairly similar in how it sets up. If you take a look at the fetch maybe off of a well-familiar lake here in the U.S., maybe Lake Erie, in a place like Buffalo, you got a 240-mile stretch of Lake Erie here where you can get nailed here in Buffalo. When we had our big event back in November, water temperature was exactly 48 degrees.
Interesting. Okay.
So the same water temperatures we had over there in Italy, and we had an epic snow there where some spots got almost 90 inches of snow. But that was over a course of 4 days.
Right.
This was 100 inches in 1 day. I don't know if they'll verify this or not because those records are very hard to keep track of. In Europe, they don't have great archive records. It's sure the U.S., Canada, and Japan have the best. So this one may be tough. I think the U.S. record for now is probably still intact.
And what's their definition of official there?
Right.
So, you know.
We're very, very stringent in how we do it, so we're sticklers. All right, well, when you take a look at a place like Boston, by the way, we're sitting at about 106 inches of snow. We got that in a season. Capricotta got it in a day. So maybe we shouldn't complain much in Boston, but, you know, February has been gangbusters. Not much for April and March and April historically for Boston, but we only have 2 inches to go. And it looks like this weekend may offer some chances for that. We're going to start out with a wintry mix here, probably around maybe Hartford and Bridgeport, and then maybe convert over to a little bit of mix here in Boston by Saturday. There's a lot of warm air that's pretty close by here in Boston. By Saturday night, might be an all-rain event for us with the heaviest of snow off to the north here. And then on Sunday may be our best chance for snow as a little bit colder air gets in. Got more of a northwest flow with the upper air. So maybe if we don't get it Friday or Saturday, Sunday offers it up. Again, just 2 inches is all we need. I think it's a foregone conclusion we'll get there at some point. Does this do it? I think it's 50-50 right now.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate it. Back to you, Alex.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Well, also tonight, incredible footage out of Brazil. Got a water spout that actually moved onto the beach last week. Twister swept through Piedade Beach, flinging umbrellas and chairs through the air. Luckily, no reports of injuries from this event. Wow. Well, much more ahead here on the show, including the big thaw, those rising temps.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, tonight, winter weather leaving its mark across the nation. Thousands of potholes, they're popping up across the Northeast. We'll tell you why that problem is only just beginning. Rivers, they're rising across the Ohio Valley with snow beginning to melt, along with plenty of rain. And could Boston set their all-time snow record this weekend? All that and much more as Weather Center Live starts right now. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Kim Cunningham. Good evening, everyone. Let's start with who's seeing active weather right now. And we have to go to the south for that. We're looking live right now at Dallas, where we've got some low ceilings and visibilities are good, but we've got light rain. We've seen that off and on through the day today. And for some of us, we're seeing heavy rain in the Lone Star State. So we're going to see rain over the next couple of days. For some of you, it could be every day this week. So there is concern for some flooding, especially over the snowpack in parts of the Ohio Valley. So we're going to start here in Texas, though. No snowpack, but we're just getting a lot of rain. And we've had some records already today. Here at Corpus Christi, we picked up, College Station, we picked up 1.73 inches. That was the daily record for rainfall. And we're seeing flash flood watches in effect because it's all coming in a very short period of time. And the ground is saturated. So there's a flash flood warning right now in effect. Looks like just south of Shreveport, here in the piney woods of Texas. Again, I have some Doppler reports. I'm seeing 2 inches or so around the area, so please be careful. Houston looking at some rain moving in as well. Check ahead the airport, too. There could be some delays. All right, so Tyler, Texas. Oh, there's that flash flood warning. Thank you so much, Alan. Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches County, all under flash flood warning right now. This is until 9:30. Includes Jacksonville, Lufkin, and Nacogdoches as well. So here in Louisiana, watching the rain come down, Biloxi, thunderstorms moving through. So right along Interstate 10, it could be a problem tonight. And through the Atlanta area, light rain coming down all the way up to Chattanooga. We're going to see more of that, too, over the next couple of days. So So we've got the front moving in. We've got the rain and thunderstorms in the forecast for tonight and through tomorrow, including Birmingham, Montgomery. Scattered storms for the Sunshine State. A lot of us down here for spring break. Just watch these storms during the afternoon. Atlanta storms again here Thursday and Friday as well. So every day starting tomorrow, some of you will see rainfall and the threat of it. And so, not a totally bad thing, but be careful. There could be some isolated areas getting some flash flooding, especially as you get up into the areas where there's a lot of that snow melt. And speaking of snow melt, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. In the Midwest, it's causing flooding in spots like Louisville, and it's expecting to get worse when rain moves into the area tomorrow. Our Kate Parker is there in Louisville and has this report.
So yeah, I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky. I want to show you where the river should be. See the bell of Louisville back there? That's the edge of the Ohio River. We've got a paddle boat, we've got historical markers, we've got branches coming by, we've got ducks, but this should be a road. Where I'm walking right now, this should be road. This should not be water. So we have surpassed the flood stage here. That happens at 23 feet. We're over a foot above that. You can see how much water that means coming up along River Road, coming up 4th Street. So that is what we are looking at today. However, tomorrow, the plot thickens. 26.2 feet is where we're going to crest tomorrow morning. That is over 3 feet above the flood stage. And you are going to see some more roads in and around Louisville flood. Now, all this water has to come from somewhere, right? You're saying, hey, well, it hasn't rained here in a while. Well, you did get a foot of snow from Winter Storm Thor. All that melting, going into the streams, going into the river, going downstream, that's what's contributing to the flooding. And it's not just here in Kentucky. You go up through Indiana, you get the snow melt. This river actually originates all the way back in Pennsylvania. So this water that you're seeing right here in the roads of Louisville, some of this came from snow melt in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How about that? Back to you guys.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Kate. Well, right now, there are flood advisories from Indiana all the way down to Louisiana. For more on that, we want to head to Mike Bettis, who is in the lab. Mike?
All right, Alex, thank you very much. One of the contributing factors to that is how much snow we've ended up melting here, how warm the temperatures have been, and they only get warmer from here, especially across the Ohio Valley. Take a look at some of the numbers that we'll end up seeing tomorrow, including a 55 in Louisville, almost 70 in Nashville. And by Wednesday, it doesn't get any cooler. In fact, 10 degrees above average in Louisville at 65. So if there's any snow left in the ground, there really isn't much. We melt just about everything here. But what it means is everything that's upstream is also melting and then coming downstream. So a place like Louisville, that's why we're anticipating more water rise there along the Ohio River. But staying very, very mild here through the remainder of the weekend. We'll throw some rain on top of that, too. There's a look at the water vapor. And really what this tells you is how much moisture is in the atmosphere. And sometimes it's a real good gauge for us to figure out where it's raining or where will be raining downstream. There's a look at what's happening with the pinks and the reds on the map. That's all the moisture. Where you see more of these orange or red colors, that's where it's very, very dry. So what we're noticing here is a real streamer, if you will, of moisture coming off the Pacific and right up here into the Mid-South. But we are also at the lower levels actually tapping into a little bit of moisture here out of the Gulf of Mexico. And so we've got some warmer air convergence here, and we've got some rain that's falling for us. It's actually been fairly heavy at times here, especially in East Texas, and Kim was showing us those flash flood warnings. There's a look at how everything comes together with the streamers right like this. And so the focus is going to end up being places like East Texas, Louisiana, up through the Mid-South, right along the Mississippi River, and then all the way up to a location maybe like Nashville, or maybe up towards, say, Lexington, Kentucky. There's this split jet stream flow. You can see how that low developing here brings more rain early in the week. And in fact, not a whole lot changes late in the week. It's just a progression of lows one after another, and the moist flow continues right out of the Gulf of Mexico. A really soggy week for us across I-10, I-20, and even I-40. If you're looking for some sunny days, might we offer you next week, because this week that sunshine is going to be hard to come by. All right, there's a look at our forecast through the evening. Houston, we know, a tough go this evening for your evening drive home. Then more squall line type stuff as we go through tomorrow. I think still we're below criteria for severe thunderstorms. Nonetheless, very heavy rain in low-lying areas will be susceptible to some flooding here. Going to Thursday, it's around midnight then. We've got some heavier showers here for for you across Louisiana. And then we're just going to generally spread that rain across the Carolinas here, including into western North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina. How much do we pick up? Here are some of the areas we think will get the most, including 2 to 3 inches here across Alabama and Mississippi, a wide swath of Tennessee and Kentucky. Would not be surprised to see some spots get more than 3 inches of rain, knowing that we have flooding ongoing already. This will not help matters at all. Kim and Alex, back to you.
Not at all. Thanks so much, Mike. We know melting snow and ice is also an issue in Boston tonight.
Yeah, an estimated 75 pounds of ice fell off a building and onto 4 cars in a parking lot, and that's the damage they did. Those ice boulders actually fell 4 stories. Thankfully, no one was hurt in the situation. Wow.
That could have killed someone.
Absolutely.
All right, so just how many more headaches can we expect from this early spring thaw?
Well, we are looking at above average temperatures for a good portion of the country. Now, could we see more flooding? We got some details setting up for the Midwest. That's all coming up after the break. Meanwhile, New York City, things looking pretty now, nice and mild for the time being, but heads up as we head through the week.
Your relationship with your dog is pure. It's innocent. It's work, but it's perfect. You wouldn't trade it for the world. So protect your dog with Trifexis. Trifexis is the monthly beef-flavored tablet that prevents heartworm disease, kills fleas, and prevents infestations, and treats and controls hook, round, and whipworm infections. Treatment with fewer than 3 monthly doses after exposure to mosquitoes may not provide complete heartworm prevention. The most common adverse reactions were vomiting, depression, and itching. Serious adverse reactions have been reported following concurrent extra-label use of ivermectin with spinosad, one of the components of Trifexis. Prior to administration, dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection. You'll take it all, the good and the bad, because that's what makes your relationship irreplaceable. Protect your dog all year long with the 3-in-1 power of Trifexis, available by prescription only. Talk to your veterinarian about how to protect every second you share together.
The English crown has been protected for thousands of years.
I'm asking Parliament to abolish the monarchy.
What does that mean, exactly? We are not a normal family.
The Royals, Sunday at 10, only on E!
Tonight, cloudy intervals, slight chance of a rain shower, low 73. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, slight chance of a rain shower, high 84. Tuesday night, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, low 74. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When you go out there, it's dangerous.
And I turn around and there's 3 rattlesnakes.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry, Rob, you're covered.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Whatever their stickers say, they'll all lose suction because their filters clog. But with our sonic tips oscillating at 5,000 Hertz, only new Dyson Kinetic Science won't lose suction.
So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. Ach, verdammt! I said it 3 times and it's still not true.
Performance is now an American thing. Introducing the all-new Chrysler 200. America's import. Find it at Chrysler.com.
Well, live live look at the Windy City, and we aren't dealing with any wintry weather. Actually, things shaping up nicely, upper 40s at this hour. You got a little bit of sunshine, and hey, the week ahead really is looking gorgeous for us. We should be seeing highs in the 40s and 50s throughout the week. So Chicago is one of those spots that's going to be enjoying what we're calling the big thaw this week. In fact, let's talk about what we'll deal with here in Chicago the next couple of days. Tuesday and Wednesday highs in the 50s, and again, we'll see some sunshine as well. Last time we saw 53 degrees or warmer in Chicago, well, we have to take you all the way back to November 11th of last year. Average first 50-degree day is actually January 28th, so we are running behind schedule on that, but it looks like this week we make it to the 50s. All right, so here we are right now, 45 in Indianapolis. We've got some 60s still showing up, Sioux Falls, as well as Kansas City, 60 degrees right now. There's that jet stream now well to the north, so that's keeping that cold air up into Canada, and the warm air that we've been seeing in the west is starting to sort of work its way across the rest of the nation. So you'll see through the midweek high temperatures 10 to even 25 degrees above average. So what does that put you here? Well, by tomorrow, 60 in St. Louis, near 70 in Kansas City, heading on into our Wednesday, continuing to climb, 74 degrees showing up in Wichita. Again, this is really nice. This is put the jacket away sort of weather. Thursday will come around, and the only spot not seeing 60s or 70s will be Chicago. But hey, Chi-Town, I don't think we'll be complaining about that 55. Kim?
Now, and some people are very excited about some of the snow melt that's going to be going on. And, you know, warmer temperatures, though, are just one factor that can contribute to snow melt during this time of the year. There are actually some other ways to do it. So, yes, warming will do it, getting temperatures above freezing. But did you know that old snow actually absorbs more of the sun's radiation? So yes, temperatures may not be that warm, but because it's been sitting there for a long time, we are going to see some of it melt just from that alone. And what about when it rains? Of course, that's going to get rid of some of that snow. When dew points are also above freezing, that could lead to more condensation and some heating. Now, what about the wind blowing over this snow? That causes sublimation, and that just means the snow actually transitions right into water vapor. So we see all those things coming together, and that's why this time of the year you can get snow melt actually pretty quickly. Alex?
All right, well, we're watching some of these areas very closely because not only are we bringing in that warmer air, but we're also bringing in the precipitation here. So snow melt will certainly be an issue that could lead to some problems. All the way into the mid-Atlantic tomorrow, we've got some of that rain, parts of the deep south. Get used to seeing the green blob showing up here because the next week is expected to be on the wet side. West Coast, though, starts out nicely tomorrow. Low 60s in Seattle. You head down towards L.A., 81 degrees there for you in Southern Cal. Wednesday, however, here comes the next system here into the northwest. We've got some rain showers even down into California now. San Fran could see some showery activity. Mid-50s around Minneapolis, upper 60s and now dry around Dallas, but there's that wet weather in the south up into the mid-Atlantic. D.C., Baltimore could see some rain. Thursday, though, it looks like that area of rain gets sort of shunted a little bit farther to the south. So now a good chunk of the state of Maryland, you are dry and enjoying temps in the low 50s around New York City. 70 now in Dallas, but again, looking for the rain east of there, and that continues even into Friday, now spreading its way just north of the Ohio River, trying to nudge its way up towards a spot like Cleveland. I think finally by Saturday, that'll be your best chance to see some of that. And as the moisture starts to work into the northeast with some colder air in place, could be our next shot at dealing with some wintry weather heading into the weekend. In Boston, that may be your chance to break that record. We'll see if we can do so for the snowiest season by Sunday. Rain still in place here in the northwest here as we end off the weekend, and then by next week, Monday, the majority of the nation very, very quiet. The exception, South Texas and right along the U.S.-Canadian border. Tim?
And Alex, a shift in patterns could mean more ice and snow for those of you in the Northeast. That's right, and we have a guy who knows a thing or two about that. Winter weather expert Tom Nizzle is up next with all the details to keep you ahead of another round of wintry weather.
I will take beauty into my own hands. Olay Regenerist. It regenerates surface cells. New skin is revealed in only 5 days. Without drastic measures, stunningly youthful, award-winning skin. From the world's #1, Olay, your best beautiful.
Before Chris Hadfield, before Sally Ride, we turned ordinary people into heroes. Shake hands with a hero at Astronaut Encounter, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always exploring.
Sometimes, bigger is better. But other times, bigger just gets in the way. At Brother, we know the biggest printer isn't always the best fit for every office. So we've come up with a bigger idea. Don't supersize, optimize. See how we can help you put the right printers in all the right places and help reduce your costs. Now that's big. Brother, at your side. Learn more at don'tsupersizeoptimize.com.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Theraflu medicine breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion.
Okay, guys, it's getting late. You gotta hit the road.
Millions of people count on the Weather Channel.
Good morning, guys. Let's get the live shot set up.
That's why the Weather Channel counts on Theraflu products. Theraflu, serious power.
Weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe whether...
I am the luckiest woman in the world because I was one of the first people to sail on Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line's beautiful Grand Celebration, the newest cruise to the Bahamas and by far the best cruise ship to ever sail from the port of Palm Beach. With 2 nights on the ship, great food, lots of pampering, a spectacular day in the Bahamas, and prices from just $149, you can get lucky too by calling 800-814-7100 today. I had so much fun that the next time I take a 2-night cruise, I'm going to add a 2-night stay in the Bahamas at a beautiful resort with soft white sand beaches and crystal clear water. This 4-night Bahamas cruise and resort stay package is the best vacation value anywhere. So what are you waiting for? Call 800-814-7100. That's 800